Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the new Moroccan SBC. To be fair, guys, if you want to build a Moroccan team, you have a lot of selections this year. Like, you can actually build a very competent Moroccan team. The problem is mainly going to be in the forward lineup, right? Because you would have to use Nasiri, which is a usable striker, to be fair. Nothing crazy special, obviously, but the other Moroccan players pretty decent for the most part, right? You got Hakimi, you got the dynamic duo card that came out recently. Ziyech got upgraded, right? A couple of interesting cards here and there. But with this card, he definitely looks like a card that could be potentially good value, right? He's 6'2", medium work rates, left-footed, 2-star skill moves with a 3-star weak foot, in-game player traits. He's working with a solid player trait, long passer traits, in-game attributes. This card is actually a lengthy player in game. So when you give him the shadow chemistry style, he's formatted very nicely for how the game kind of plays out, right? So he's going to have 85 acceleration, 94 for sprint speed, and then base card stats for defending is going to be significantly increased. Now, here's the interesting part about this card, right? Is the fact that if they actually end up winning, you could see that you're giving him a +8/+8 now, but if they improve the pace stats a certain way in the future, you could potentially give him an anchor chemistry style, right? And still be working with good base card stats for pace while giving him extra physical capabilities. But regardless, as of right now, you guys know that I always feel like the pace is always very important to have. And I do feel like even in the future, you're probably still going to give him a shadow. But the key thing here is also the base card stats for physical, right? So physical stats at an 85, 86, 84, if that's improved while you can still give the shadow chemistry style, the card definitely looks like a W, right? Because, you know, shot power at a 79, passing stats is actually in a pretty decent area for a left-footed player. Can't fault him for that whatsoever. He's 6'2", high in average body type, not high in average plus, high in average body type, which is usually pretty nice for the center backs. He's got good reactions at an 89, 81 for composure, right? So we're going to see what his on the ball and off the ball movement is like in game. Definitely going to be very important to take a look at those things. Defensively, he's got really good defensive stats, right? When I give him that shadow chemistry style, the only thing that's on the lower side is the 89 for defensive awareness, but that's really not that big of a deal because of the other stats being as high as they are at a 6'2" height, high in average body type. And then last but not least, when it comes to physical stats, like I said earlier, they're set up very nicely. So it's a card that it's a pretty decent showdown card as of right now, right? Like, if you wanted to unlock this card and use him in the meta of the game, he would still be very usable for sure, right? Like, this is what they should have done to most of the showdowns for the most part, which they didn't, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, he definitely looks really nice on a shadow. The traits, like I said, long passer, solid player traits. We're going to see what all that's going to be about. So in game, guys, obviously we are going to be testing him out in the center back position. This is actually perfect for me because I actually needed another Premier League center back that isn't tradable, so that way I can actually like do some certain things in the future. And him being Moroccan is actually very helpful because then I can put Hakimi in the team, the Liga Santander center back if I have to, right? Like, there's different hybrids that I can make in the future and stuff. But yeah. We're going to be using him in the center back position. We'll be using the 4-2-2 because we are doing the review for Orsic as well. So yeah, we'll be using him in that left center back position, just default instructions, and we'll see how he plays in game. Hopefully he is a beast.
Landon Donovan. And they need to get tighter here.
Yeah, I caught him on that drag. Nice. Got a thickish body type in game. Oh, I tried to do like an L1 R1 pass to him. That has been adjusted recently, so shouldn't do it too often. Let me switch to him, EA. No? Doesn't make sense to, right? Just kick it out. Well done. Yeah, so I just try to get into the shooting vicinity there. Saved it? Or did I block it? I don't know, actually.
The ball with Chiesa. Wonderfully weighted pass. opportunity here for them to get their noses in front.
I was using the second man press. It's the double tap one, the R1. Did well to stick to him.
Promising move. Donovan. Magnificent challenge to win it back.
I like that his dribbling doesn't feel like too physical. Like I can actually move with him in the center back position, so it's helpful if someone's putting pressure against me.
Has it now. Dangerous looking through ball. Well,
Good. I didn't even do anything there. That was all him.
was a wasted opportunity.
And the ball's ours. Good.
Aguerd.
Legrand switch. I just like the fact that he's left-footed. That's like a big deal for me too.
Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Can they nudge in front? And
Nice. Just had to control the general area there.
there to take it away.
Yeah, he feels nice. I like him. That defensive play was really nice too.
Much an option.
Nah, he does well there. Out of position, but gets back right away to block out that cross.
Jeremy Frimpong. Ljungberg. Well, that is how to nullify the opposition.
This is all people do the whole time. Just a bunch of robots, man. I'm telling you, like I did in the rants video.
There is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. Is it going to be? It must go in.
That's cool.
Dalglish. And the timing was
Nice. If this card gets upgraded, he could definitely be really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Martinez. Danger here as he runs at them. And the keeper
You know what? Considering the attackers are significantly faster than the defenders nowadays, his running was actually good there.
But just like that, possession changes hands.
Take that quickly. Nice. Good challenge with the weak foot. Or not the weak foot, his strong foot. Is it downwards? Nice.
Montiel. Chance to attack using width. Splendid defending.
I defended well with him there.
From such a good team, it's been a brilliant performance so far.
Now can they win back possession and create something else?
Yeah, just letting his AI track back, like he's still pretty fast.
Atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play in a...
Will he find the net? And begging to be
Well done.
Dembele. Now Fekir.
Nicely done.
For has his say, and how important could that be in the grand scheme of things?
Well, that was a big chance, and really, he should have taken that.
That one was a little bit weird. Definitely should be holding on to that. But that's FIFA being weird sometimes too, right? So
Carrasco. Options in the centre.
nice header away. Yeah, he's been solid for me, man. I've been liking him. For 20k, he's definitely better than that Carrera card for sure.
Counter-attacking, very much an option. Defenders need to cover. Well, it fizzled out.
Nice. There's a little bit of a slowdown there in that run, but we can compensate well enough with the slide tackle.
Just now need to take this forward into the second half.
They could really get at the opposition.
Nicely done.
Danger averted for now.
And then we do the big switch here.
Nabil Fekir.
Nice challenge.
Challenge.
Okay, guys. So final verdict on the new SBC Aguerd card. Yeah, this is a must-do SBC for sure. I think he's definitely a must-do. A lot of potential with what you could be working for in the future because, listen, this guy being 20k as an SBC or 26k as an SBC right now, definitely way better than the Carrera card that they've dropped. This card right here, we did a review for. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't really like him that much. You know, he actually went down in price even more. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that card whatsoever. Bad comparison, obviously, because of nationalities, clubs, all that kind of stuff. Well, to be fair, clubs not so much, right? The West Ham links. But if you're going for a new West Ham players, guys, there's a bunch of right-footed players that you can get. So you can choose other Premier League center backs for that. But him being left-footed adds a variable to the card, right? It's always the case because there's not that many left-footed players you can work with in FIFA, and he's definitely one of them, right? Him being left-footed in the center back position is great. You know, it's cards like him, Nathan Ake, right? Nathan Ake is really sick to work with too. To be fair, if you're building some sort of West Ham team, I mean, that's pretty sick to work with, right? You got Carrera, you have Aguerd together, right? Like, obviously, if it was my case and I was working with FC Porto players, I would have done the same thing, right? But, guys, this card's really solid, man. I think everything bounces off this card really well. Obviously, with the acceleration and sprint speed, with sprint speed being higher than the acceleration, it matches the lengthy accelerate that the card uses, right? It's obviously very good in game. Defensive animations and choices that he ends up making in game end up being very good. His body type is actually very solid to work with in game as well. It's not too big where it slows him down a little bit too much. Like high and average, 6'2" is a very, very good cutoff. Even the physical capabilities that the card has is actually pretty decent as well. The thing is, though, is that because it is a showdown card, I feel like the main areas that you want to be improved in, right, is defensive stats is already in a decent situation, right? But imagine if this card gets upgraded and you even give him like a +2 and 3 for pace stats, dribbling stats, defending stats, and for physical stats too. It'd be a very nicely formatted card because if he's in the higher 80s for physicality while you still give him a shadow chemistry style, it would definitely be a very, very nice card to work with. So yeah, if you're building any sort of, you know, Premier League team or you don't have a left-footed center back in your team and you didn't do Ake or something, this card's definitely worth picking up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he's actually pretty solid in game. Like I said, significantly better than that Carrera card as a West Ham player. I always forget how to check the strong foot of a player. Weak foot, minimum skills, minimum weak foot, skills. There it is. It's this one. So left-footed. So you have Aymeric Laporte, who you have to buy for 379k. Premier League. Okay, so yeah, there's Nathan Ake. Lisandro Martinez is also pretty decent as well, but he's more expensive. This is just like a cheaper alternative, to be honest. Like, that's what he is. He's a cheaper alternative that's a left-footed player. So regardless, it's still worth picking up in my opinion. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.